ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ओम सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। ओम जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्त देवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। श्री वेदव्यास सुखब्रह्मर्षये नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वा अन्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ सप्तविंशोऽध्यायः। Shri Bhagavanuvach. Like every day, let us revel for some time in contacting Bhagavan Krishna through the Parayanam of Bhagavata Puranam. It's not what we do outside only important. While doing it outside, how much inside we are fully present in the doing, and how much we are, if it is Bhagavata Purana, the Parayanam, we are feeling that if we are chanting Bhagavatam, which is none other than Bhagavan Krishna. Bring that feeling without any inhibition or hesitation, with all the possible concentration, as an offering to the Lord within and without. Let us do the Parayanam, followed by the Satsang. Only this is the way by which at least we can stop ourselves falling further. And this is the way by which we can give a chance to ourselves and also to the Lord to help us to evolve. 27th chapter, 11th skandham, from the verse number 30. Om Chandano Shira Karpura Kunkuma Guruvasitaihi Salilaihi Snapayin Mantraihi Nityada Vibhave Sati Svarnagarmanuvakena Mahapurusha Vidyaya Paurushena Visuktena Samabhirajanadivihi Vastropavitavarana Patrasragandhalepanaihi Alankurveda Sapremaha मद्भक्तो मां यथोचितं पाद्यमाचमनीयं च गन्धं सुमनसोक्षतान् धूपदीपोपहार्याणि दद्यान्मे श्रद्धयार्चकः गुडपायससर्पींषि शष्कुल्यापूपमोदकान् संयावदति सूपांश्च नैवेद्यं सति कल्पयेत् अभ्यङ्गोन्मर्दनादर्श दन्तधावाभिषेचनम् अन्नाद्यगीतनृत्यादि पर्वणि स्युरुतान्वहं विधिनाभिते कुण्डे मेखलागर्तवेदिभिः अग्निमाधाय परितः समूहेत्पाणिनोदितं परिस्तीर्याथ पर्युक्षेत् अन्वाधाय यथाविधि प्रोक्षण्यासाद्य द्रव्याणि प्रोक्ष्याग्नौ भावयेत माम तप्तजाम्बोनदप्रख्यं शङ्खचक्रगदाम्बुजैः लसच्चतुर्भुजं शान्तं पद्मकिञ्जल्कवाससं स्फुरत्किरीटकटककटिसूत्रवराङ्गदं श्रीवत्सवक्षसम्भ्राजत् कौस्तुभं वनमालिनं ध्यायन्नभ्यर्च्य दारूणि हविषाभिघृतानि च प्रास्याज्य भागावाघारौ दत्त्वा चाज्यप्लुतं हविः जुह्यात् मूलमन्त्रेण षोडशर्चावधानतः धर्मादिभ्यो यथा न्यायं मन्त्रैः शिष्टकृतं बुधः अभ्यर्च्याथ नमस्कृत्य पार्षदेभ्यो बलिं हरेत् मूलमन्त्रं जपेत् ब्रह्म स्मरन्नारायणात्मकं दत्त्वा च मनमुच्छेषं विश्वक्सेनाय कल्पयेत् मुखवासं सुरभिमत् ताम्बूलाद्यमथार्हयेत् उपगायन गृणन नृत्यन् कर्माण्यभिनयन् मम मत्कथाः श्रावयन् शृण्वन् मुहूर्तमक्षणिको भवेत् स्तवैरुच्चावचैः स्तोत्रैः पौराणैः प्राकृतैरपि स्तुत्वा प्रसीद भगवन् इति वन्देत दण्डवतो शिरोमत्पादयोः कृत्वा बाहुभ्यां च परस्परं प्रपन्नं पाहि माम् ईश भीतं मृत्युग्रहार्णवाद इति शेषां मया दत्तां शिरस्याधाय सादरम् उद्वासेत् चेदुद्वास्यं ज्योतिर्ज्योतिषि तत्पुनः अर्चादिषु यदा यत्र श्रद्धा मां तत्र चार्चयेत् सर्वभूतेष्वात्मनि च सर्वात्माहमवस्थितः एवं क्रियायोगपथैः पुमान् वैदिकतान्त्रिकैः अर्चन् उभयतः सिद्धिं मत्तो विन्दत्यभीप्सिताम् मदर्चां सम्प्रतिष्ठाप्य मन्दिरं कारयेत् दृढं पुष्पोद्यानानि रम्याणि पूजायात्रोत्सवाश्रितान् पूजादीनां प्रवाहार्थं महापर्वस्वथान्वहं क्षेत्रापणपुरग्रामान् दत्त्वा मत्सार्षितामियात् प्रतिष्ठया सार्वभौमं सद्मना भुवनत्रयं पूजादिना ब्रह्मलोकं त्रिभिर्मत्साम्यतामियात् मामेव नैरपेक्ष्येण भक्तियोगेन विन्दते भक्तियोगं सलभते एवं यः पूजयेत माम यः स्वदत्तां परैर्दत्तां हरेत सुरविप्रयोः वृत्तिं स जायते बिड्भुव वर्षाणामयुतायुतं कर्तुश्च सारथेर्हेतोः अनुमोदितुरेव च कर्मणां भागिनः प्रेत्य भूयो भूयसि तत्फलम् इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे सप्तविंशोऽध्यायः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम श्रीसूत शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ॐ गङ्गरोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधव। स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्ति अन्यसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः मामुञ्चदगर्हिषिद। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादशस्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपम् sarubena vyavastitihi adadaptavimshodhyayah Shri Bhagavanuvaja. It's God's grace that we are together from last couple of years without break. We are trying to study Bhagavatam Maha Shastra. As we all know, these are the four ways we need to spend the lifespan. If possible, the highest way is only contemplating on the absolute truth, the Paramatma Tattva, the Parabrahma Tattva, which is to be discovered in the cave of the heart through deep contemplation, before which, about the nature of that Paramatma, we have to study from the Upanishads, and through Manana, Chintana and logic, we should get convinced about it. This is the highest way of living the life, where I am trying to as well as discover the truth or the self or the reality or Parabrahma. The second way of living our life, if this first way is not possible, is always in the inner and outer upasana of the Jagadishwara, the Parameshwara, the Maheshwara, the Sarveshwara, the Sarveshwareshwara, the Yogeshwara, the Mahayogeshwareshwara, the Lord. This is the second way of living our life, of doing our upasanas inside our own heart as well as the outside. In the upasanas, all the prakriyas by which the Lord is remembered, Lord is served, and Lord is surrendered to are included. Involve in them maximum time. Everything where Saguna Sakara Ishvara's topic is there. It is from going up to Tirtha Yatra or going to the Mandir onwards. All the things which we can do in the form of the pujas or the japa or the bhajana or kirtana or stotra patana or purana patanam or purana patanam, purana shravanam, ityadi. That's what called as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. This is the second way of life that we have to slowly get habituated to live. Even if this cannot be done, serve the world when the world needs you, or at least do your own duties, obligations of professional duty, the domestic duty, any other things coming up, just keep on involving in them. Sincerely, seriously, honestly, not giving any chance to the mind with its own any type of worries or anxieties. All is nothing but the kachra of the mind, the projection of the mind. If we can really understand it, quieten the mind, we have made our life so beautiful. And if we have offered the mind, we made our life devotional. And if we have surrendered the mind, we have seen the truth. So this third one of just knowing what we have to do and keep on doing that in a joyful manner with an idea of duty or with an idea of offering to Paramatma. Live that life of wonderful dharma vyavahara pravartana. How wonderful it is. These are the ideal ways of life. The non-ideal life, not recommended life, not expected life, should not be lived is both one of troubling the world for various reasons by various means, and also ourselves only indulging in that type of lower life of adharma and pap. This is called the Nishiddha Karma Acharana. This is not allowed, should not be done. Therefore, we have to see to it that we protect ourselves from not involving in them. And life this way has to be consciously, continuously dynamic. Go on doing it. Involve in that so much. And what is required are only two things. One is Sukha Shanti, second is Bhoga. Understand is in the Bhoga, if it is not making the greed happen, then whatever small little things are required, that can be involved in. But what it comes to Sukha Shanti is, in doing the three things alone, we have to feel the Shanti of the Mana. When the Mana is Shanta, there is sukha. Like I am doing this class as a duty, as an offering to the Lord, to Gurudev, the Shruti Mata, to our Sanatana Dharma, our Vaidika Parampara. So, having done it for them, I am Shanta. And in the Shanta only there is Sukha. What other bhoga required? Some comfort of the Deha so that it should not be troubled. Some food to be alive, survive, some place to stay. In this way, with the intellect fixed in this way, not allowing the mind and senses to overpower, then we have learned the art of living our life properly. And in this endlessly also we can do with this duty orientation or the service to the world. Endlessly we can do the upasanas as it is said by Lord here itself. Nahi anto antaparasya. There is no anta to my own upasanas. Bhagavan told no. Keep on increasing, improving. As much your mind intellect goes in conceiving the ideas, as much your inner and outer resources permit, go on doing it in big way in your own house, or do it in a big way even at the gully level, state level, national level, even international level. There is no stoppage. But all that adds to the positivity of the totality. Therefore, welcome. Even the upasanas can be done in a huge big way that creates a good impression and inspiration to the people. Welcome. That's why in this world you see all categories are there. The worst category of bhogi for themselves and trouble creators for the world. They are there. So to the people who are in dharma and along with that who are in seva. We can see the people. स्मॉल क्वांटिटी में करने वाले हैं बिग बिग पैमाना पे भी करने वाला है सो टू दे आर पीपल हु आर more and more the upasana oriented at their own home they do wherever the festivals come wherever the opportunity occasion comes somehow they get all the resources energy and all they do it हम तो छोटा छोटा करते हैं the big big people who organize it during that Janmashtami such a huge things of Krishna Puja all that matka food etc they do all that is spiritual all that is reminding us of Bhagavan his leelas how big it is how wonderful and see this entire Ganesh Chaturthi when it comes there's a whole Ganesh Chaturthi committee only association. Yeah, in our Hyderabad, Bhagyanagar Ganesh Chaturthi Association is there. There are hundreds of members and organize all those 50,000 big, big idols in the entire city, along with small ones around running into some 30, 40 lakhs in the houses of people. No, it's a beautiful thing. The great, Sardar Patel, somebody started this one. Since then, it is going on. See, at least those 9, 10 days, everybody's mind is tuned to Ganapati, no? Of course, we are in Kali Yuga, therefore, minds are polluted. There are so many non positive things. Fully, we can't avoid them. But amidst that, along with that, if people are doing all these things, it is to be appreciated, acknowledged, encouraged. So too when the Deepawalis come, all over country, in the nation of 130 crore, at least 50, 40 crore people, they are on that day, do Lakshmi Puja. That's how the glory of India. What I'm saying is, that's what happening. And some people organize it in big, 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 big way. And the fourth one is what? The people in their own place, in the mood of contemplation, inquiring about the truth and reality. Some great masters who have reached, they are doing it in big way through variety of samsthas. Through them, who is working is God. In all that. That's how the world is always bubbling with these positivities. And is it only in our Bharata Varsham? No. Throughout the world, in their own way, they're all involved in them. That's so beautiful thing. So having observed this, why all this introduction is, this is how consciously we can live our life at these four levels. The lowest worst level of खाओ पियो मौज करो, फर्दर जो भी पैसे चाहिए लूटो पीटो काटो मारो and cheat karo logon ko. That's the very lowest and non-recommended one. It's called Nishiddha wala. Second one is for your survival to earn whatever duty required do, and then an eye on the world wherever requirement chance is there, keep serving. Third one is what? In variety of the ways, accepting the presence of Lord with Shraddha, trying to propitiate Him. And when our Shraddha, Bhakti, Upasanas are very high level, high quality, not only the reciprocation of the Lord as results come, who knows, kya, everybody knows that He gives even darshanam. Fourth one is studying the Upanishad, studying the Vedanta, then according to that, trying to transcend the entire manifested world, gross, subtle, causal, and going beyond to see the Supreme Self or the truth or reality, which is very tough but not impossible. We can, in fact, plan in this way of these three steps. And all these three every day, little, little, we go on doing. अब यही जिंदगी है, यही करना है. कोई कभी ना कोई डाउट होना है regarding this positive of life, nor doubtlessly we should not involve in the nishiddha karma. This is how protecting from the nishiddha, involving ourselves in the vidhyayatmaka karma. We have to spend day by day, year by year, life after life. What doubts at the most come about Bhagavan, they come. About the phala of these upasanas come. That is so simple. Doubt God is always there. And the upasana phala, every shastra mentions. And whether we accept or not, whatever we got today is not because of these lives or these years, naukri we have done, etc. It's all because of upasana phalam of the earlier lives. If somebody is born in a rich family, right from the childhood, the golden spoon, how come it is there? That Jiva has done lot of upasana to the Lord earlier. In some places, from childhood, the children are full of all samskaras of Vedanta, Shastra, Parayana. ये कहाँ से अपने से थोड़े आ रहे हैं, just like that continuation of the earlier life. So we are continuing from earlier life, we'll continue to the next life. In this life, let us do the best to feel contented, fulfilled in this life, and also it should become a cause basis for the glorious future lives. One among the ways of life, as we said, was the second one, the Upasana Paddhati. Here, Uddhava understands when I go to Badrinath, I must not only involve in meditation, which I can't do all the time, I must also do the Upasana of Bhagavan. Therefore, he asked, Kriya Yogam Samachakshva Bhavadaradhanam Prabho. Mhm. So, Bhagavan Krishna started giving the every detail. Yasmat Tvami Yatharchanti Satataha Satatarshabha. So, what we are now, after introduction, are studying in this 27th chapter of 11th Skandha is Upasana Paddhati. As we saw in our early morning class today of Upanishad, same thing here we repeat. Without knowing, we cannot do properly. Without doing whatever we know, will not give us as result. Therefore, what is to do is puja. How to do is this knowledge. Luckily, from the authority of Bhagavan's Mukharavinda only, we are getting every detail regarding the Upasana. And this is because given by the God, then it is his responsibility to give us the respective results of this Upasana. Having known this, having faith in this thought, we just accept all the details given by Bhagavan. Accordingly, we start doing every of the steps seriously, sincerely, with full dedication. And it all has a miraculous result of, as we said day before yesterday, integrating our personality, empowering of every personality layer, divinizing them, learning the art of utilizing our personality for something higher, greater, nobler. All these trainings happen if one does scrupulously, uh, religiously like a duty, the upasana every day. Okay. Now yesterday we saw up to this key verse number 22. If you see how Bhagavan so said, we have seen that he abhakta, he may give lot of things to me. I am not happy with that. Name doshaya kalpate. But if it's Shraddha Bhakti, even the water also very happy. I am very happy with it. Then use, if you can offer गंध धूप सुमन सह दीप देखो अब तक धूप जल रहा था all of that what more it is great. I'm very happy. Okay, then all these gandham dhupam deepam naivedyam snanam all of them are the shabda sparsha rupa rasagandha whom we took so far as our bhogya vastu, and as a bhokta we were caught up in them as a samsari. Now these things through all these dhupadipadi are offered to the Lord. Thus indriya vastus are offered to the Lord, indriyas are offered to the Lord. Mano sankalpa offered to the Lord, mana is offered to the Lord. Deha shakti is offered to the Lord, deha upayoga is offered to the Lord. Buddhi's vicharanam is offered to God, buddhi is offered to God. Then the aham is doing whatever is God telling us, and after doing so, the aham is offered to Bhagavan only. This is what is the phala or the thing ultimately to be achieved through upasanas. Then, as he said, once this is done, it is his responsibility now to give us what we require to purify or make his own our all faculties, and through them he does what is required for the world. It's like people, seek government office. सरकारी नौकरी मिल जाए तो हमको बढ़िया सा तनख्वाह मिलेगा, इवन आफ्टर रिटायरमेंट पेंशन भी मिलेगा. और अनलाइक इन द प्राइवेट कंपनीज वेयर पर एन एनम दे गिव मैक्सिमम 10 or 12 हॉलीडेज धक्का दे के. इफ इट इज सरकारी वाला सो मेनी कैजुअल लीव्स, sick leaves, earned leaves, restricted holidays, then there are 16 festivals, then second Saturdays, Sundays, and somebody definitely dies once in 2 months. Don't we seek the government office? Just like that is the upasana. Seek to be the devotee of Bhagavan. And in government, you go do your duty, get salary. So to that government, the Lord also is Prabhu. He is the real Prabhu is he only. Seek to be in his company. Seek to be in upasana. That should click to us. Like, I do my upasana regularity to my Lord, and he takes care of me. And he sees to me that my bhakti is taken care, my mukti also is taken care. If into this conviction and the practice we enter into, how beautiful it is. Is it not? That is being Indian. That is being Bharatiya. That's being Sanatana Dharmi. The Bharatiya Sanatana Dharmi is always in tune with Lord and does what he says through the Shastra, offers everything to him and takes whatever God gives as prasada. He's in such a joy and celebration. Bharatiya Sanatana Dharmi means lesser and lesser indulgences in the world and objects, more and more involvement in the God and celebrating the life in that divine joy. And the ultimate of Bharatiya is one with the Lord in his ultimate meditation and experience of the truth. In that way, in that process, what we do is join the government job of Bhagwan. Do his upasana, and then in this government, in the human life, once we are retired, they give pension only till we die. After death, the pension won't come, then the spouse is there, she'll get, he will get. But in this government of Bhagwan, not only by living salary he gives, posthumously he goes on giving us the variety of allowances and pensions continuously. Is it not? This life's upasanas of me alone will decide my next life. Bhagavan is seeing all that. This is how the world he is managing. So what we are saying here is, if Bhagavan wants us to give him even little bit Shraddha Bhakti. Say. This topic is covered now. So be careful about it. With Shraddha Bhakti, even minimum we can give, okay. But with the same Shraddha Bhakti, if we can use maximum of dravyas in doing Upasana of the Lord, it makes the Lord much, much more happy. So the idea of Aham and Mama offered at the feet of the Lord is given training through these Upasana Prakriyas. There should never be a doubt. Having said this much, Bhagavan told us, we saw it yesterday also, Shuchihi, clean, Samvrata Sambharaha, consciously make all the items required for Upasana to be ready. Then Prag Darbhai Kalpitasana, sit in Darbhasan facing the Lord, you are facing Asina Prag Udagva Arched Archaya Mata Samukha, so you are facing east or north, Bhagavan is facing west or south. हो गया देन कृतन्यास वी हैव शोन yesterday how the karanyasa the anganyasa the hridayanyasa is done. Then mother cham panina amrujeta daily clean that lord with by removing all the nirmalyam. Second is offer the abhisheka jala abhishekam to the god. Third is again clean the vigraha and put the chandanam and all. While doing all these three times, feel that you are doing the upasana to the Lord alive there. Then one day you will see the Bhagavan giving the joy that we experience, that we are doing it to Him only. That is why Bhagavan, he said all these things. Thereafter, where did he come to? Kalasham Prokridiyam. All the Kalasha Patra, which is to be used, the water, that is also to be done with puja, explain kiya gaya hai. Then with that water, Prokshana on the Bhagavan, Prokshana on the puja dravya, Prokshanam and oneself, to feel the purification by the grace of all the devatas, Nadi devatas, including Varuna Deva. That is to be done. Okay. After that, what is done? Three proksha patras you take, and then Sharase Swaha. Hridayaya Namaha, Sharase Swaha, Shikhaya Shat, Padya Argya Achamaniyan के लिए 3 पात्रों में पानी डाल के कलश वाला तैयार रखो. That is what is used for Abhishekam इत्यादि puja. Now comes the next very important thing. Dravyas are made. भगवान का निर्माल्य निकाल दिया. Now we have to, if it is not the Sthira Murti of the Mandira where Prana Pratishtha is done, if it is the Chala Murti, then even in the Sthira Murti also, we have to feel the presence of Bhagavan. In the Chala Murti, because we have done Udvasana every day, today we have to again do the Avahanam. And which God we are doing of Upasana in this Murti, this is important. See, the beautiful thing here. Commonly it is the Paramatma in everybody's heart. After invoking that common Paramatma of everybody's heart, in our own heart, then uncommonly, whichever the idol you are doing Upasana, to that God you do. Dekho. In this only, the main crux is hidden. When we are doing Upasana, the Upasya Pratima is different. Is it not? Rupa is different, Nama different, is Leelas are different, Bhavana is different. But that Lord in the beginning is the Lord in the heart of everyone. देखो हृदय में सबके एक ही भगवान होते, उन्हीं का अनेक अनेक रूपों में पूजा किया जा रहा है. Is it not? How wonderful. And be clear. Problem with us is we are first of all intellectually not clear. Second is while doing Upasana, we are distracted. We are thick-minded, or our awareness level is very, very thick, not very subtle. Subtly, concentratedly become aware of every step of Upasana done, along with the feeling that whomever the Lord I am worshipping, whether it is Krishna, Rama, whoever, they are none other than the Lord in my heart, in everybody's heart. Because our goal is from the sthula stone of which we are doing, we are going to the Lord who is beyond that. And from that Lord of our Upasadeva, we are reaching to the final Lord who is in the self of all of us, who is in the heart of every one of us as our own self. फाइनली तो सर्वव्यापक अनुभवगम्य निर्गुण ब्रह्म का ही हमें अनुभव करना है. That only the ultimate truth. Then only all the gross subtle causal disappear, all the differences disappear. When the differences have gone, the gross subtle things are gone, then all the samsara goes away. No, these things cannot be shown. Only this way they can be spoken. Beyond that, it cannot be explained and put in front of us. करते 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 वो एक दिन समझ में आने लगता है. Last 2 years, what we are doing is that only. Now slowly the Lord is starting to open up our understandings of subtle things. Okay, now these two shlokas are very essential. What are they? Pinde vayuvagni samshuddhe hrutpadmastam param mama anvim jivakalam dhyayet nadam te siddha bhavitam. Pinde vayuvagni samshuddhe hrutpadmastam param mama anvim jivakalam dhyayet Nadante Siddha Bhavita. In every Upasana day Paddhati, this is required. What is to be done? Hrut Pinde. Pinde means this body. Vayu Agni Samshuddhe. It is purified with the Vayu, that is Pranayama, and the Agni is just feeling purified with the Agni Deva's Kripa. Then Hrut Padmastam Param Mama Anvim Jiva Kalam Dhyayit. Do the dhyanam of Anvi, means absolutely Anurupa, Sukshma, Jiva Kala. The Jiva Kala, देखो ईश्वरा, ईश्वरा's Kala is Jiva. उनका आप ध्यान करो. कहाँ? हृत पद्मस्ताम, in the Hridaya Padma. See, first the physical heart, inverted lotus type. In that, the heart imagined by the mana. Okay, imaginary only, that lotus. Please remember, in the heart. Then in that lotus, Anvim Jiva Kalam Dhyayet, in that Hut Padma, the Jiva Kala Dhyanam we have to do. And luckily for you and me, already in the 15th chapter of this very Bhagavata Purana, Bhagavan told us how to do the dhyana of Savana Sakara, Narayana, Shankar, Chakra, Gada, Padma in the Hridaya. And more lucky we are because we are studying it in every of the Upanishads, and recently we saw same thing in our Taitri also. What is said here? Sayeshontar Hridaya Akashaha Tasminnayam Purushaha Manomayaha. What is said? Manomaya is said as Jivakala. It is a place where Bhagavan is available for us. Okay, once we discover him there, we find he alone is there everywhere. And what the form he is there as Sat Chit Ananda Brahma Anubhuti. And he alone is there as Ishvara, managing the show of the entire universe, whom we don't recognize now. And in that heart alone, there is a Jiva also, who is the one identifying the Sharira Indriyadi Upadhi, becomes a Samsari. So, here not the Jiva, but the Paramatma, who is there in the heart of everyone, therefore in our heart, unka dhyan karo. So, the consciousness appearing as the Jiva there is none other than Paramatma. Okay, that Jiva expressing through every Antakarana is one Ishvara. After expressing through Antakarana, when it becomes identified with a set of upadhis, then it becomes Jiva Bhava. Jivatva is natural. Jiva Bhava is the one in which the Tadatmya with one set of the upadhi is complete, then he becomes a samsara. So, Hriday mein, Aham Vritti mein, रिफ्लेक्टेड कॉन्शियसनेस के रूप में जो है वो ईश्वर ही है. बट ही आइडेंटिफाई द वन उपाधि बिकेम जीवा. Without allowing to identify any of the upadhi, remember that jiva kala as it is Bhagavan only. To put it in simple form, I am living a life of dynamic life. I am not dead matter. So my living, my life, my conscious living is starting from my heart. And in that heart, from where that is starting is called as Paramatma. Of that Paramatma, you do dhyana. See, Hurt Padmastam, Mama, Param, and Vim, Jiva Kalam, Dhyayetu. And that Jiva Kala, as I said, becomes knower through intellect, becomes feeler through the mind, becomes the doer through the body, becomes perceiver through the senses, and he doesn't stop there. He owns this upadhi. Because he owns this upadhi, other upadhi appear to be different for him. Then the entire samsara jagada shuru वहाँ से होती है. So before all this happens, that expression of life principle is there in our heart. उसका आप ध्यान करो. उसी लाइफ प्रिंसिपल को हम अभी आइडल में इन्वोक करके उसी आइडल में जैसे हमारे देहेंद्र मनोबुद्धि है उस आइडल में भी सारे देहेंद्र मनोबुद्धि में के साथ रहकर रहने वाले भगवान का उपासना करते हैं. So these are all very beautiful tips and techniques. If you can really think about it, I can't convey all details because not conveyable, it's only feelable, thinkable, understandable. मेरे अंदर के भगवान का पहचान करके him we are invoking in the idol, then to do him we are doing puja. Like the jiva in me has got his identity with these upadhis and functional, so to the jiva, now he is Bhagavan. Jiva is not now jiva, the life principle. He is invoked in that idol, then to him we are doing upasana as the Bhagavan. Okay, Anvim Jiva Kalam Dhyayetu. And what is it? Nadante Siddha Bhavitam. No, it is a little technical. Like all the Siddha Purushas, to whom in Guru Parampara the upasana of the Omkara Nada came. And they did the Omkara upasana for many, many years, in which there are so many steps and stages. The first stage is just Ucharana of the Omkara. Then there are very many intermediate stages of evolution through upasana of Omkara. Called as Prana Upasana, सीढ़ियाँ होते हैं steps. In the final step में he just chant the Omkara Nada. In the Nada, entire individual, total, gross, subtle, causal worlds he merges in the Omkara Nada. Then that Om Nada emerges in the absolute silence. So that silence which prevails at the anta of the Omkara is Paramatma. And what is there? Only consciousness. Into that consciousness, when the matter comes, then that matter gets enlivened, then he becomes an individual. Then he with the upadhi tadatmya becomes variety of jivas. So सिद्धों के द्वारा नाद अंत में जिस एब्सोल्यूट कॉन्शियसनेस का भावना किया जाता है, अनुभव किया जाता है, of that. See, it's so intellectual also. I am conscious of the whole world and I am conscious of the Omkara, and consciously I merged entire world in the Omkara, and I merged the Omkara in the silence, and I am conscious of it. Of what? Of silence. So when it is silence, it's nothing other than pure consciousness. From that only the entire world emerged. He is called as Paramatma. He is the Upanishadukta, Vedantokta, Nirguna Nirakara, Sadgana Chidgana Ananda, Gana Paramatma. He alone is every Jiva. He alone is every Narayana Rupa, Shiva Rupa, Vishnu Rupa, Ganapati Rupa. Everything is He. Now He in the heart meditated, then you become conscious of him. Him we are invoking into the idol into which we are doing upasana. Because you can't call your son or daughter or anybody, बेटा या बैठो, बेटे को बुलाकर उसके दिल का या स्मरण करके उसके दिल में बैठा भगवान को आप इस आइडल में इन्वोक नहीं कर सकते, मैं अपने ही हृदय में. Understood? Before we start puja, we have to invoke Paramatma in that idol, and before we invoke him, where we have to become aware of him in our own heart. That is the meaning. Okay? Anvim jivakalam dhyayet, which is nada ante siddhabhavitam jivakalam. First, taya atmavutaya. With that hridayakstha Paramatma only. First, pinde vyapte, feeling he is vyapta in the entire our own pinda. Then sampuja tanmayaha, do the upasana of him first. That's what I told you. Devo bhutva, devam yajet. In the same way, before the Bhagavad Puja is done, there is the Atma Puja done, Pita Puja done. Then only this Atma Deva, he is invoked in that idol for the puja. That's what he mentions. Taya Atma Bhutaya Pinde Vyapte Sampujya Tanmayaha. Now comes next step. Avahya Archadishu. इसी हृदय में रहने वाले भगवान को उस अर्चा मूर्ति और वट एवर द मीन सिंबल यू आर पुटिंग ऑफ भगवान इन दैट आवाह्य अर्चादिशु स्थाप्य. सेकंड, स्थापना करके न्यस्तांगम सारा अंग पूजा इत्यादि करन्यास अंगन्यास करके माम देन विद द षोडशोपचार माम प्रपूजयेत. मेरा हमें पूजा करना चाहिए आपको. Okay, that's what. Now, if one can do upasana in the heart, that is any day ultimate. But why we are told to upasana in the outer world is because when you do it in the vigraha ityadi, it becomes inspiration to others also. मेरे दिल में करता हूँ तो किसी को पता नहीं है कि मैं मेडिटेशन कर रहा हूँ कि सो रहा हूँ. But when it is done in the idols, then everybody sees it. Then that becomes a source of inspiration for them also to do the upasana of Bhagavan in the Murti. Thereafter, for everyone, finally, Bhagavan has to be discovered in my heart as myself, in your heart as yourself, and he is the heart and the self of the entire universe. Finally, तो वही पता करना है. But here Bhagavan is giving puja prakriyas as Ashwadhava. What we have to do is details, understand them, keep practicing as it is. He will see to it that the karma bandha mokshana as well as nishtesa prapti happen to us undoubtedly. It is in the hands of God. Okay. So in the puja sthanam, chamanan karke, pranayam karke, sankalpa karke Bhagavan ka. Then we sit and close our eyes and feel the presence of divinity in our heart. And to that one, Atma Pujam Krutva, Deho Deva Leprokto, Jivo Deva Sanatanaha, Tajed Ajnana Nirmalyam, Saha Aham Bhavena Pujayetu. Done. After doing that, then this Bhagavan only is invoked in that idol through the darbha hai. Darbha is that grass special one. Then by putting the darbha in the kalasha jala and then putting that darbha now in the idol with the consciousness from my own heart through the hand, through that darbha, the Paramatma entering into that idol available for me for outer puja. Okay, doing puja is to Bhagavan only, but in the idol outside with all the dravyas. Inside also we do, but there we don't use the dravya. उसका अपना आनंद भी है, उसमें कमी भी है. But outside there is ananda and of doing as well as the fulfillment that we are doing that upasana with all the dravyas. Because dravya are available, with dravya we are identifying. Instead of that, you can use those dravyas as an offering to Bhagavan in that puja. Isliye. See, that's the mantra chanted. Asyam murtau jivaha tishtatu. Asyam murtau sendri sarvendriyani manastvak chakshushotra jivagrahana vakpada pani payubhasthakyani Pranapana Vyanodana Samanaha Agachantu. That's our mantra. Then the main pratishtha of the prana in that idol. Om asunhide punarasmasu jakshu punah pranamihano dehi bhogam jok pashyema suryamucharantamanumate nudayana swaste. O conscious Bhagavan, who are in the heart, enlivening all my faculties, please enter into this idol and become enlivened there and receive all the upasanas which I am doing. Like this body is also dead matter, but Bhagavan entered and it has become enlivened. Then Bhagavan withdraws to express, that's called as a death. All this mouth of bug 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 kar raha tha, chup. All the indriyas which are running behind the objects, chup. Nothing, all the running behind the word, all the cunningness of the mind, intellect in cheating others, or even loving, serving others. एक सेकंड में भगवान विथड्रा करते हैं एक्सप्रेस करना डेड मैटर नो डिफरेंस बिटवीन माटी का है कुमार से तू क्या रोंदे मोई एक दिन ऐसा आएगा मैं रोंदू तुरई सेम नो डिफरेंस इन दिस मड एंड दैट मड बट नाउ when the Lord is inside, how great the illumination functioning of the body. And it's a miracle, it is an adbhutam, wonder of wonders. Like when the electricity flows, so many of the electrical equipments are working. More wondrous than that is the electricity called as Paramatma Chaitanya flowing and every of the faculties are working. It's a very miraculous it is. We have never gone into the contemplation of this because we are busy in enjoying in the sthula vastus of Jagat like a bhogi. But when you observe this, and wonderful. This Lord who enlivened me, I am requesting him to enter into that idol and become enlivened Paramatma, live Paramatma, conscious Paramatma, to receive all the upasana, puja I am doing and be pleased. Then bless me with Karmavanda Mokshanam Nishreyasam. Enough. Bhagavan Krishna is very simple, direct. Uddhav also likes this. Karamavanda mokshanam nishreyasam. Let these two be our sankalpas. Let these two be our kamanas, desires from Bhagavan. All other things are binding only. देख चुके हैं खुद भी अनुभव करके देख चुके हैं जो अनुभव कर रहे हैं उसको देखकर भी हम समझ चुके हैं Everybody while working they are tired. When they can't work they are retired. That's it. They are never in the fulfillment, ultimate. The ultimate fulfillment is only in this serving God by blessed by Him, getting that Nishreyasa Prapti. Yeah. So again, see, you do puja after maybe 1 month. But एक महीने के लिए daily all these प्रक्रिया को steps को आप मनन करते जाना. Oh, this is how the upasana ought to be done. This is how it has to be done. And decide a good muhurta. And then you start doing it once a day or once a week or so. Then slowly increase the frequency. And then I tell you, there's no better occupation in the world than doing upasana to the Archa Murti, along with the Vedantic knowledge that everything is Brahman, yet the Lord who is playing the show of the world is in front of me in this idol, and I am talking to him, I am worshipping him, I am telling him what I am going through, I am asking him to help me. There's no better entertainment, better, best thing which can be done other than that, if only it clicks to us. See all those great, great bhaktas, when they go to temple and they sing the glory in their own heart, आँख बंद करके. अरे यार सोई जाना था वही जानेंगे जो भगवान जिनको जनाते हैं उन लोगों का जो मौजा ही है मस्ती है आनंदम. This is all the outer world of likes, dislikes, and making people love you, and these are all never workable. It is ever troublesome. It goes on endless. And none of the people in the world are cause. It's our own minds, misunderstandings, misperformances. The same mind understands and performs the upasana of the Paramatma, first in the idol, thereafter in every idle form of human beings, then in the animals, in every flora, fauna और any चरा अचरा सब में भगवान को देखा, मैं सबका पूजा कर रहा हूँ. साधो हरि को हर में देखा और उस हरि का ही हर में पूजा कर रहा है. जन्म धन्य. That's it. What is required for body maintenance? Yogakshevam Mahamyam he give. Anything other than is lesser than this achievement. Whether it is Brahma, Shiva, or Indradi, what they are doing having got that post. They are only doing same upasana of Narayana only. So do we need to go to become such a big Brahmadeva and do upasana? No. Wherever we are, in our own meager minimum qualification level, become bhakta and do upasana, him fulfillment. And in his choice, if he wants to make you Indra, Chandra, Prime Minister, it is his choice. करना है तो कर ले दो, हुकाम में वही करा लेते. That's the difference between the people by all the hook and crook and bribing and horse trading and cheating others and become ministers, and the others who are chosen by the God. Those who are chosen by the Lord, they serve and they deserve, they enjoy. Those who जबरदस्ती बैठ गए ऊपर, हमेशा डरते रहते हैं, and the डर becomes true. One day some घोटाला will happen, he'll have to resign. You know, the घोटाला भाईस of the Sri Lanka, उनका भाई नाम भी ऐसा है, घोटाला भाई राजपक्षी. All घोटाला कर करके they were kicked out of the nation, and no nation was accepting them. Somehow somewhere they are. क्या है, I don't know. देखो, हम अपने चॉइस से भगवान को उपासना करके पाना है. अब भगवान के चॉइस से हमको कहाँ रखेंगे, उनकी मर्जी. हाउ डू यू सॉर्ट आउट दिस टू? जहाँ भगवान रख रहे हमको, वहाँ जो करना करते हुए बाकी पूरा भगवान के लिए रहना. दिस इज अ सॉल्यूशन. देयर आर नॉट मच convictions or thinkings to have and practice as sadhaka and as well as a mukta purusha. Only this much. Wherever he places me is his choice, and it is my choice to serve him in whatever the place I am put. That's it. और क्या है? And when this goes on happening for a long period of time, the faculties become so sharp, subtle, divinized that he gives the vision. In that vision, you will experience him everywhere. Thereafter, anything done is his worship. There are only two ways after that. Like now, two ways are there. One way is sleep, and when you wake up, do bhoga, do bhoga. Sleep and get up and bhoga. Do bhoga, get tired and sleep. Like a wretched samsari, what we are living now. Similarly, at that level, what is that? Merge in the Lord with unison with him, aham brahmasmi. Or when you wake up from that, serve the Lord. यहाँ करें, भोग करो सो जाओ, इधर सेवा करो, योग में चले जाओ. I am one with him in deep meditation. When I come out to live in this upadhi, I will serve him who is the total upadhi, who is everywhere. No, these are all the sublime things. Only when we read Shastra, study Shastra under guidance of masters, for a long time they come to us. सोचते जाना. हो गया. फिर तया आत्मभूतया पिंडे व्याप्ते संपूज्य तन्मयः then आवाह्य अर्चादिषु स्थाप्य, फिर न्यस्तांगम अंग पूजा करके माम मुझे मेरा अब पूजा करो. So where is Bhagavan? Everywhere. We have to recognize him. To recognize him, we have to start somewhere. We have to start from in an idol, we have to do upasana. But into the idol, where he comes from our own heart. सब जगह व्याप्त भगवान हृदय में है. हृदय में रहने वाले भगवान को मूर्ति में पूजा कर करके सब जगह भी है पहचानना. Always remember, when I am doing upasana to the idol, I am training myself to be a upasaka of the Bhagavan in that form. What is next then? In every form, he alone is there. Therefore, to every form, I do puja as I was doing to that idol. That's it. Thereafter, anything I do is puja only. And then only puja I do, nothing other than that. Do you remember some of the great bhaktas? Entire life is arpanam to the God. वो खाते हैं भगवान के लिए, खिलाते हैं भगवान के लिए, सोते हैं, सुलाते हैं, उपासनाएं कर, दे हैव नथिंग ऑफ देयर पर्सनल और नोबडी अदर देन गॉड. Nothing of my personal, nobody other than God. If these two we can achieve, we have really achieved great thing. If anybody is there, he is the expression of Bhagavan only. Hmm. Now, this much is done. We have done the sthapana of Paramatma who was in our Hridaya into that Murti, Archa Murti, any one of them. Then, step by step, having now made him seated, Padya Upasparshana Adin Upacharan Prakalpayat. Start doing the Upasana of the Lord by Padyam Arghyam Asamaniyam. Okay? Sri Mahavishnave Namaha, Sri Krishnaya Namaha, Padyam Samarpayami, Sri Krishnaya Namaha, Arghyam Samarpayami, Sri Krishnaya Namaha, Achanam Samarpayami, Sri Krishnaya Namaha. Then we do all the Abhishekam Samarpayami, that you have to go on doing it. While doing it, we are doing to the idol, but through the idol to the ideal or the God who is seated there. जब तक वो भावना नहीं लाते ना कि आई एम डूइंग टू माई कृष्ण, उपासना इज नॉट करेक्ट और नॉट डन एट ऑल. That bhavana daily done takes us to the conviction that Krishna alone is there. The moment it is done, then he appears if you require, or else that bhavana enough that you are doing upasana here, he is receiving there. Yesterday we asked you, imagine how many times while doing puja, you really had your bhavana. That it is to Bhagavan. When I say, I am Padyam Samarpayami, भगवान के चरण का मैं स्मरण ध्यान करके उस चरण का ही हमें अभिषेक करना. अर्घ्यम टू द हैंड्स, आचमनियम फॉर द माउथ, स्नानियम समर्पयामि, अभिषेकम समर्पयामि. सिंपल पूजा क्या है? जो पूरा हमें अपने लिए करता हूँ, करके जीव भाव को बढ़ा रहा हूँ, वो मैं भगवान के लिए करते हुए भक्त भाव को बढ़ा रहा हूँ, बस. When I do it for myself, I am jiva and samsari. When I do it for the world, I am a sevaka, dharmika. When I do it for the God, it is bhakta. That's it. What I do for myself, when I do for the world, I am the servant of the world. Same thing I do for the God, I am devotee. When I do only for myself, because it is an endless thing, black hole, I never get time to do for Bhagwan or anything. If I only do this. Other way around, if I start doing for the Bhagavan, and if I must start doing it for Bhagavan in such a way that I don't have time for my own selfish things. Just पूजा के अर्हता के लिए जो नहाना इत्यादि करना है, जीने के लिए जो भोजन लेना है, and to take rest, some sleep. Other than that, no time for me for my own self. Okay? The whole time is only for my Bhagavan. बढ़िया है. These are all the understandings. The whole thing is in understanding only. ये देह रूपी देव के अंदर बैठा हुआ जीव के लिए करोगे या मूर्ति में बैठे भगवान के लिए करोगे, या चलते हुए मूर्तियों के रूप में जो भगवान है उनका आप करोगे, that decides you are a sadhaka or samsara. Okay, what we have come up to know, Padya Upasparsha Arhanadin Upacharan, then Prakalpayetu. Up to this we have seen. Now, Bhagavan ka, before all that, Dharmadibhihi Navabhishcha Kalpayitva Asanam Mama. So, make Bhagavan's beautiful asana. Okay, which has got Bhagavan ka asana with 4 corners, having these 4 divine qualities, as well as that asana in its all places has got this Navadha Shakti. That's what says here. Dharmadibhischa Navabhicha Kalpaitva Asanam Mama. These are all little subtle. So, what are the four things? Bhagavan's gunas are Dharma, Jnana, Vairagya, Aishwarya. Dharma, Jnana, Vairagya, Aishwarya are the four corners which support that asanam in which we are making the Lord seated. And that asana is filled with Navadha Shakti, 9 types of Shakti. Into that asana, we make Bhagavan to be seated in the Padmadana. All this is bhavana. Whether it is Ganapati, whether it is Lord Shiva, in Rivalingam, Salagrama, Vishnu का कुछ भी हो इस तरह से भावना करनी. Because Krishna and Rama are our selected differences, are different gods. But otherwise, the God is one. Inside me is as Jiva, behind that is as Parabrahma. In the world is as Virat Purusha, behind that is as Parabrahma. Now within the Brahmanda, he has come and gone with various avatars. Now among them one we chose, and his puja we are doing. But though I am doing to Krishna Rama, who are avatara, but behind them is that same Ishvara, same Parabrahma. Therefore, every Paramatma is Dharma, Jnana, Vairagya, Aishwarya are the four corners in which an asana is made, in which he sits. Then, what are the things which are supporting this four-cornered asana of the God? Are the Navashakti. What are the Navashaktis on? They call it as him, the Vimala Shakti. They are all technical words with lot of meanings. Utkarshini Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Yoga Shakti, Prakhvi Shakti, Satya and Ishana and Anugraha. These are the 9 types of Shaktis of Bhagavan with which he does maintenance of the entire universe. This you can add, not as difficult as you imagine. एक हफ्ता कर लो, just close the eyes and feel the asana in which you are making the Lord's idol put in that 4 corners, Dharma, Jnana, Vairagya, Aishwarya. Then the asana, no, in and around, these Navadha Shakti are there. Then he is made to be seated there. It is he using those Navadha Shakti is managing the world. And in our life, because he is managing with those Shaktis become support for us to manage ourselves. तो हम सारे जीवा कैसे जी रहे हैं? शक्तियों के कारण. कितने? 9. ये 9 शक्तियाँ किनके हैं? भगवान के. फिर भगवान उन शक्तियों के कारण जी रहे हैं क्या? नहीं. फिर शक्तियाँ ही भगवान के कारण चल रहे हैं. Feeling that. Okay, we have seen the 4 corners of the asanam and Navadha Shakti. In that, Padmamashtadalam Tatra, 8-petaled lotus, Karnika, Kesara Ujjwalam. It has got the Kesaras and in between Karnika is there. Into that, Ubhabhyam Veda Tantra Abhyam Mahyam tu Ubhaya Siddhaye. To Veda and Tantra, Mantra, my Pratishta. You see, you do it in that Karnika of Bhagavan, which is surrounded by the Kesaris, which is surrounded by the Ashtadalas of the lotus. So Veda mantra, then Pauranika mantra se mere vas stapana karke, to me when you do all the Upasana puja, Ubhaya Siddhi. Ubhaya Siddhi, Bhukti and Mukti. Mukti is one, about knowing the truth and establishing. But Bhukti are many. That is, in ordinary human beings, comfortable, happy life onwards, up to the stature even of the Brahmadeva in the Brahmaloka, they are all the bhuktis. You are enjoying the powers, the possessions, the positions, and all the sovereignties, or whatever you say, the big positions. These all come in bhukti. And mukti is what? Without any upadhi, aham brahmasmi. So both of them can be your results when you do my upasana, imagining me in that karnika and invoking me through Veda, Tantra, Mantra. We have chanted the Veda mantra, Asunete Punarasmasu Jakshupura Pranamehano Odehi Bhogam Yog Vashyama Surya Mutsananda Manomade Mryanasasti is a Veda. Tantrokta mantra was Asyamurto Jivastishtato Asyamurto Sarvendriyani Manastvak Chakshushotra Jivagrana Vakpad Payuvastakyani Pranapana Vyanodar Samanani Agachya Sukham Chiram Tishtantu Swaha. This is called as Tantrokta mantra. And to him we do all the Padya, Argya, Asamaniya and all the Snaniyam, Vastram, Gandham, Chandanam, all the Pavitam, Kukumam, Avaranam, Alankaram, then all the 11 नाम लो, 16 नाम लो, 108 नाम लो, 1000 नाम, all offering to him. Then all the Dhupadipa Naivedyadi. So that is what he is going to tell us. Okay. Having done this one, up to this we have done. Ashtadala Padma in the idol and in that the Karnikas in between, say in the Kesaras in between Karnika, in that Karnika, your own Ishtadeva is made to be seated through the Veda Tantra Mantra. Now, having done this, please remember, never even for a moment we should forget the fact that Bhagavan is seated there now to receive our upasana, to receive all our offerings and pujas. This is most important. Now, when this way the mana with Shraddha it is doing, in whatever the form we are having Shraddha, that darsana will come. Later on, we will be helped to reach to the formless, nameless, absolute truth. When the formful Lord is worshipped and he gets revealed, he gives all the bhakti. Then that when it leads us to the formless God, we get identified with him. That is called as mukti. So भुक्ति मुक्ति दोनों सिद्धि के लिए वेद तंत्रों के द्वारा मुझे उस कर्णिका में बिठाकर आह्वान करके उपासना करो. Here मुझे, because Buddha asked to tell me how to your puja. So here is Krishna, but Krishna is Vishnu. So Krishna puja or Vishnu puja you can feel. Anybody else, because Bhagavad Purana, Uddhav ji को ये बताया, उन्होंने वो पूछा, if you are a bhakta of Ganapati, you remember Ganapati there. You are a mother devotee, mother को बैठा के पूजा करना. This is how up to this we have done. Then what is done? All the ayudhas of Bhagavan also, Varnas of Bhagavan also have to be imagined there. उनके लिए भी पुष्पार्पणम करना है. And then there are all the parshad of Bhagavan are there. Of their puja also we have to do. Then all the immediate expression of God in different devata rupa to support us, to support the world are there. Unka bhi by choice you can do upasana. All of that are the part of the main upasana of Bhagavan. Because Bhagavan khud hi mention kar rahe. This we are going to see tomorrow, where he will tell us Sudarshanam, Panchajanyam, Gada, Hasi, Ishu, Dhanuhu, Halan, Musalam, Kaustubam, Malam, Srivatsam, and Anupujayet. In सब का पूजा करो. फिर all the Parshadas, Nandam, Sunandam, Garudam, Prachandam, Chandam, Mahabalam, Balam, Kudam, Kudekshu. These are the ones who are always serving God, receiving orders from him, executing them. Unka. Then all other secondary gods who are expression of Narayana only. Who are they? Durga, Vinayaka, Vyasa, Vishwaksena, Guru, Devata. All of them स्वे स्थाने अपने अपने स्थान स्व अभिमुखान आपके ही सामने बिठाकर पूजयेत, उनका भी पूजा करो. प्रोक्षणादि ही प्रोक्षणम. No, while doing all this, you observe time is consumed in that, mind is put in that, into the mind the Bhagavan is entering. That is called the Upasana Phala. When the Bhagavan enters, he takes care of all our requirements. And when you want to recognize that Bhagavan, he sends or comes as a Guru and makes us recognize him finally as our own inner self. ये सब हम थोड़ा ऐड करते हुए tomorrow we will see. Today we will stop. Let us do our Bhagavan Sri Rama Mahaprasthana Ghattam today and tomorrow. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. Thank you. Please join in 2 minutes for Hindi Ramayanam. We are seeing today Bhagavan Rama reaching to the Vaikuntha Loka.